Hi there guys, welcome back to these tutorials. In this one I want to go over how to make advanced shadows within Adobe Photoshop. What I have here is an image of our beach scene right here, and we have an image of our palm tree. Now first up here is I'm going to take the palm tree, which I already have cut out. You can see I have my background layer behind here. So let's just grab this and move it over here to my beach scene. I can close this now, no use for it. And I gotta resize this, so I press Control and T to get my free transform in my image here and kind of have a realistic presence. So, alright, that's about good right there. The first step to creating the shadow is I need to copy this layer. So I'm just going to grab this layer and drag it down to my new layer icon. When I release there, I have my palm tree copy. It's labeled that. So I'm going to go to my image pull-down menu. Click on Adjustments and go to my Hue Saturation. I'm going to take the lightness of this image the whole way down, so it's just a black outline pretty much. Press OK whenever that's done there. And now I'm going to shape this, so I'll go to Edit. I'm going to go to Transform, and I'm going to go to Distort. Here, I want to reshape this, and I can pull on any one of these and kind of shape this however I want to. It's going to just take this and rearrange it, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to reshape this and kind of bring this and lay it flat down on the sand. So it looks realistic enough that it could be lying down there. And I'm pulling it this way because the other shadows down here are going the same way. So I want this to be a realistic and logical shadow. It can't go off in a different direction and still be realistic. That's the most important thing here, is make sure that all of your shadows coincide with what already exists. So a light source may be needed to kind of see what's happening here. So just lay it down wherever you want to and make sure it's a pretty flat image there and it makes sense. Okay. And here I'm going to actually shrink it a little bit, because down here, if you can see the shadow of this leg right here, it's actually pretty foreshortened. So I'm going to shorten this up and make it maybe about a third high. So there we go. Press OK or press Enter for that one. I'm going to move this layer down below my palm tree layer so it's actually beneath that. One thing I want to take care of is that I flattened out this trunk, and I want that to be a bit larger. So I'm going to actually do a little bit of advanced editing here. I'm going to grab my polygonal lasso tool. I'm going to lasso around this trunk right there. Whenever that's done, just hit it twice. Go back to my edit and my free transform. I'm just going to bring this up here. I can press Alt to go both ways at the same time. And let's do about right there. Press OK when I'm done. My arrow tool, my move tool, and I can position this where I want it to be. So do it a little bit bigger actually. So there we go. Position it where it was, and I can press Enter there. And deselect it, just go to select and deselect. And looking pretty good. I got some stuff right there, so that looks pretty decent. Okay, let's move this back here a little bit. And to give this the right color, I'm going to press down my control button and then pick that layer. So I have that whole thing selected there. I'm going to go to my color down here, my background color. I'm going to make a light gray, like so. And let's press OK there. Go to my gradient tool and just pull a gradient on this. Go about the height of the whole thing. Actually, let's do a little bit higher, actually, like that. Let's deselect that. And now if I go to my blending mode, I can change this to a multiply. That'll have the background show through. So as I decrease the opacity here, you can see the background showing through. So now shadows are never really this crisp and clear unless the sun's directly overhead of you. So I'm going to go down to my filter. I'm going to hit on my Gaussian blur here, and that's going to blur the shadow here. Let me increase this radius. And just go what you think is the best one. Too much obviously makes it a little bit, uncomprehensible really, and kind of blends it away. So let's bring this to about a 4 or so, just whatever I think. So, all right. There we go, and if you notice, the focus of this picture is actually of the bench and the trash can. So I'm going to put a blur on this palm tree here as well. Go to my Gaussian blur again, maybe not that much, but bring it down so it's a bit blurred, out of focus. So there we go. That's looking pretty decent. Now we're getting believable. The next thing that I want to do is I want to actually change the lighting structure on this. This tree doesn't look truly there, so I need to add some light up here to this top part above all these leaves here and everything. So with this layer selected, I'm going to go to Filter, go down to Render, and to Lighting Effects. And this is going to create a fake lighting for this tree. So you've noticed I already have it set up here. You can kind of look at my settings here, kind of play with them a little bit. You notice the shininess brings that light exposure up, so I put it down to matte so it's not too shiny, but you know, still has some nice clear focus there. And once you have this set up here, decreasing this is going to narrow the focus. Bring it out here is going to do that. Press OK. The lighting here on this optometry differs, giving it like a nice bright look. And you notice that the shadow right here looks similar to what you would find here under this bench here, and then beside the trash can. So, and that's how you make advanced shadows. And let's rename this so it's the word shadow, so I don't misplace this and kind of think of something else. So